My name is Hrayr Basmajian. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here at Premier Orthopaedics. I'm originally from Detroit and I grew up there and moved over to California to do some more training. I started my training at Wayne State in Detroit and then did my medical school in Chicago and really enjoyed my time there. And then fortunate enough to be chosen to go do residency at University of Southern California here in California. And that really kind of started the rest of my future. Started in USC, did really well there, really enjoyed my time. We spent quite a bit of time with all the athletes at USC. That was a fun time in football history there. We had the big trauma center at General Hospital in downtown Los Angeles, one of the busiest trauma hospitals in the country. I was fortunate enough to train there. From there, I went on to Arizona to do a fellowship in Scottsdale. We ran all of the trauma for all of the Phoenix Valley. We did all the pelvises, all the acetabulums. Also lucky enough to be part of the Sonoran Hip Clinic out there and do a fellowship in hip replacements and joint replacement. After that, I was chosen to go to Germany and spent a summer in Germany in Hanover and do further trauma training there. And, during my early years, it kind of came clear that I wanted to be a surgeon or I wanted to be at least a physician. I originally started off going into emergency medicine, and the more I got into it and the more I thought about it, the more I saw, the more I started realizing I wanted to do something surgical. I was always into building things and fixing and doing repairs, spent countless days with my father repairing things and building around the house. And before I knew it, I realized that was really my passion. And the cool thing about orthopedics is it kind of combines all of that, combines surgery, combines sort of the engineering of how things work. And I remember being in Chicago and I was doing a rotation and we got into the hospital and they said, well, today you're going to work with this physician. And I got in there and nice older gentleman, and he said, well, today we're going to fix an acetabulum. And so that's a part of the pelvis in the body. And I'd never seen it, never even heard of doing it. And that day we opened it up and did our careful approach and saw all the fractures, started piecing it together. The drills, the hammers, the screwdrivers, everything came out. And I think at that point I was in love. And so we realized at that point, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And so since then, everything's been toward that. The reason I went to USC is because they had a great orthopedic program. And I went there to really hone my skills, really learn the art of orthopedics. Same reason why I then went to Sonoran in Arizona. They had amazing volume and amazing surgeons that I was lucky enough to learn from, and spent quite a bit of time just doing more and more complex cases. And I realized eventually that I really enjoyed doing it, and we had good patient outcomes. And it was really nice to see the patients who come in with these horrendous large injuries, accidents, motorcycles, falls, whatever it is. And we were able to put them back together and to see the gratitude and the enjoyment and the happiness in patients' faces when they were able to get better after what we did. And I think just became sort of a life passion at that point.